Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to talk about the roles and responsibilities of a project manager and some of the skills that I personally think that is critical to have in project management role. I'm Nick and you are on Nick's Projects channel. Hey, welcome back. So if you don't know me, I'm Nikhil, a PMP and CSM certified project management professional. I'm working in a Fortune 100 company in the project management space. So I'm here to help you grow in your project management career and answer any questions that you may have. So if that interests you, then consider subscribing to this channel and leave your comments, questions and feedback in the comment section below. So let's get started with today's topic, the roles and responsibilities of a project manager. And I'm going to also touch about some of the few skills that I think is critical for doing your job effectively. So from a roles and responsibilities perspective, I think the PMs as into two categories, and you have to switch between those two roles very frequently. One, as a PM, you need to be a leader. So the difference between a manager and a leader is obviously the manager has some authority. The team members are reporting to you or you have some decision-making authority. Whereas a leader is someone who leads and the people will follow the leader because they think that they have some benefit by following the leader. So you want to demonstrate the leadership quality. You want to make the people trust in you as a leader, so they want to work with you to complete the project. So you should be able to guide and motivate them in a way that they feel like doing the tasks that are assigned to them rather than you forcing them to do it, because it's much easier when you can influence the people on your team and have them complete the task because they want to do it because of you as a leader. They believe in you, they want to follow what you're saying. So that's one that you have to be able to demonstrate, and even if you don't have that, you can get things done by escalating to their manager, but it becomes much easier if you can lead them as a leader than a project manager. Number two, you have to be a facilitator, negotiator. You have to be the middleman between the two teams, right? Or whoever is in between. You are dealing with the project team, you are dealing with leadership above you, you are leading with the stakeholders, vendors, procurement, finance. So you have to make sure that you can facilitate those conversations. You may not know as a PM the entire in-depth details about the nitty-gritty things, but that's why you have SME. But sometimes SMEs tend to focus on their particular thing. So as a PM, you need to facilitate and think about the big picture. And if the conversation is not going in the right way, you should be able to bring it back and focus on the project outcomes. So you should be able to ask the right questions, or you should be able to lead in a way that the SMEs ask the right questions, so they have the answer on how to resolve or how to design or build the system. Facilitate meetings and discussions that help the project team to understand a bigger picture. So number three, you have to be well organized. So as a PM, the team members are depending on you. So think of when you are a kid, you kind of don't take the responsibilities because the parents are there to take care of you. So PM in a way is similar to that. The team members think that, okay, I have the PM, he's going to take care of things. So you have to constantly look at the project activities, project plan, and see if something are not getting done. Then you have to follow up. In meetings, people discuss, come up with solutions and actions. And if you do not get them organized, take notes and follow up with them, you're never going to get it done. They may talk about something and they'll forget about it after the meeting. So as a PM, you have to be well organized and you have to take notes and make sure that what was discussed, what were the decisions, what were the issues and risks, and document all those things and add any new items into the activities and plan. So you get organized things in a way that all the rest of the team member can follow. If they are not able to complete things, you can remind them, hey, these are the things that we discussed. These are assigned to you, or these were assigned to someone else. We need to figure it out, all that things. But you have to organize stuff so that the team members can take action on those. You have to organize stuff for them. So there are many other project management roles and responsibilities, but those are the three key things that I think comes into my mind when I talk about project management roles and responsibilities. Okay, now let's move on to number 2, the second section of this video, which is the day-to-day activities of a project manager. So what does a PM do on a day-to-day basis? So primarily planning, forecasting, keeping an eye on issues and risk and assumptions, and see throughout the project if it's changing or if something new comes up, right? All those things. You have to keep a close eye on your project status and the activities and the milestones so that you are on top of things. So that's one of the things that you look at on a daily basis, and if something looks off, then you have to follow up with the right people and bring them back on track. Number 2, you have to maintain all the project artifacts. So something like a project charter or a project plan, but there are some other artifacts as well, like the detailed documentation, system documentation, test plan. So if you have a testing team, they would create it, but those are project artifacts, and you have to make sure that the team members who are responsible for those artifacts are providing you the artifacts back to you so you can maintain it in your project repository. Other day-to-day activities I would say is running meetings and responding back to email, coordinating and facilitating any workshop. As a PM, most of your time will go in meetings where you try to understand what's the status, if there is anything that you can help the team to resolve. The team member is not getting the things from someone else that they are dependent on and they are not receiving that, then you need to help them to get that resolved. Any conflict resolution that happens between two team members or different business stakeholders, as a PM, you would be in the middle of that trying to resolve it, because if you don't resolve it, it's going to impact the project that you're managing. So it's critical that you are monitoring all those situations and handling it on a day-to-day basis. There would be some project that needs a daily report, some project needs weekly, some needs bi-weekly. Either way, you have to capture the details coming out of a project and meetings on a daily basis, record it. So by end of the week, you have a summary of what happened during that week and send it out to all stakeholders. Sometimes you have to, as a PM, maybe there is a bi-weekly or a monthly steering committee meeting, so you have to be able to present about the project status. So some of the skills when we talk later in this video. So one of the major skills that you need as a PM is the presentation skill. You should be able to put together nice decks and talk through it so that everybody who is not close with the project can understand what's going on, and if you need any help in the project, that you can call out during those presentations. And some other things that may not be a day-to-day item, but you have to look at your budget, you have to interact with the finance. Sometimes you have to interact with procurement and legal when it is something related to contract or invoicing. Sometimes you have to deal with some other systems, timesheet. Maybe the project resources are booking time and it's not working. You may have to deal with things that are outside of the typical project space. So as a PM, that's something that you would end up doing on a day-to-day or weekly basis. And as a PM, you would have to wear multiple hats. What I meant by that is, so when your project is in the initial stages of negotiation, you would be part of the procurement team trying to figure out to write the SOW, finalize the SOW terms. You would have to work with the legal and data privacy team to manage the contract terms. So even though that are not typical PM responsibility, having a good understanding in some of the contract terms help you go a long way. The number 2 item in the additional responsibilities as a PM is good analytical skills, because oftentimes there'll be something going wrong in the project And if you have a good mindset on how to look at the problem and look at what's causing the issue, that's what I'm classifying as analytical skills, where you can kind of look through the problem and come up with what might be causing the problem, finding out that root cause and trying to resolve that issue or help the team resolve the issue. So that becomes one of the key skills that you need to develop as you manage larger projects. One of the other key things that as a PM you need to be able to manage is the presentation skills. It's a skill that's good to have because you are often asked to present in executive meetings. When you have to present at that level, you need to put together a different way of communication style because they don't understand the details of the project. So you have to actually talk about at a 10,000 feet high level of the project. So having good presentation skills, being able to put together a nice deck that they can easily understand would be really helpful. Most of the leaders in your organization or in any organization would be very data driven. They can understand if you project some graphs, and if they can understand the numbers behind it, they'll be quick on it. So you have to think from their perspective, and when you present the presentation for them, you have to put together something that fits in that criteria. One of the other major skills that the PM should have is to be able to build a relationship, whether it be with the team or outside the team. It's very critical because sometimes you may have to get things done very fast, and if you don't have that relationship with that person whom you want to get things done, it might be very difficult. They can take the normal route and say, okay, submit a ticket and I'll work on it. But let's say you don't have that bandwidth to follow the normal process. Then if you have a relationship with them, a good working relationship with them, then it's easy to get things done faster. So it's always important to build that relation and don't burn the bridge. Anyway, these are my thoughts based on my experience so far. So I would love to hear from you guys what you guys think, what I have missed. I'm sure there are plenty of other things that I missed, but these are some of the key areas that I feel that as a PM you would see on a day-to-day basis. So I would like to hear from you guys what you guys think, and if you have any additional things that you want to add to this list, feel free to add that in the comment section below. And if you have any questions, if you're new to project management and if you want to understand more, then let me know in the comments. I will try my best to answer all the questions in the comment section below. Alright, so that's almost the wrap of the video. If you like this video, don't forget to click that like button, and for some reason if you did not like this, go ahead and click the dislike button, but make sure you click it twice. And then don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos on project management tips and tricks, and also don't forget to click on the bell icon so that whenever I post a video you will be notified. There are too much things I'm asking here, but I guarantee it's gonna help you and stay connected with the project management community in this channel. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care and bye.